Okay, my video cut out, so this is part 2B. You can see if you look at my canvas here, I continued the same process of what I was doing. And I was messy, didn't worry about anything. The only thing I haven't really covered is some color in here, and then the rest of the canvas is covered. And then I'll show you what I do next. So let me continue with that. Let me put a little pink kind of stuff in here too. Let's see here. Anything else pink? All right. All right, and put a little bit in the face, and then I'm going to show you what I'll do next. And then this will be covered with the first layer of paint. We'll let it dry, and the next layer we'll use a slightly smaller brush and refine more. And probably at that point, we'll actually use the regular photo as reference. I might even turn the painting and the photo upside down. I don't know yet. We'll see. Don't really need to because the stuff is all on the canvas, so we don't have to figure proportions out and stuff so much. So might not need to turn it upside down. All right, let me do a little bit more on the face here. Let's go into our blacks a little bit. This is probably what his eye is. He's got something there. Under the nose, he's got something. Dark. And like I said before, nothing's final here. Something I don't like later, when it dries, I can come darker there, darker here. All right, so my next step, after getting everything's covered roughly with color, it doesn't have to be exact right color, doesn't have to have detail, but you know, you see the rough images, the main images and shapes, and everything's colored with some interesting color. And what I do is for the background, the farther back, the more I'll just come back in, almost with a very dry brush. It's almost, you know, give it a little time to slightly dry, and I just kind of soften everything lightly with the brush. You can use a mop brush even, you know, a brush that's like this, probably work even better. But I'm doing this layer, everything with this one brush. So I'm just kind of softening. Yeah. Everything's going to kind of, and that's just for the background. You can see the floors here, so the background. Just kind of soften everything. Okay. Okay. Clean my brush a little bit. Dry it off. And even lighter, I'm going to do that in the mid-ground. But just minimally, just to get any blotchy, smooth out spots that maybe don't have some paint, you can cover it. Smooth this stuff out. Just a little bit, even more light than the background. You still, you know, all the paint's been applied thin enough that you still kind of see the grid lines, and that shows you how thin it's all applied. So that the next layer, I won't really use hardly any thinner, and get the edges of the paintings. Okay. So first layer of painting is done. Let me put the painting give you a little better view of what I did. You know, so he's looking down. I might put another darker mark here to show where the hammer in his hand is. I think I'll do that next. And then this video will be over. And then the next video after this is going to be the next layer of paint. And refining a little more. In the background, I might just add a little more color, but I'm going to kind of keep it blurry in the background and just interesting colors and shapes, but not really put the detail in. But I want to put more detail when I look at the reference photo of the real reference photo, not the simplified image, and put a little bit more detail in him and the sword, because that's what I want the attention to. I want to make sure I get good light effects off of the glowing hot metal that shine onto him, and I think because that'll be the focal point. And then we'll see where we are there. Okay. Whether we need another layer, there's no rush, and if it's not quite what I want, we let it dry. We'll put more paint on again until it's what we want. All right. Thank you.